No, we just started moving some of those 5 MLE bags in, and it's going to get more crowded when we move a couple EMUs in there. But in the meantime, we're taking a break for a little exercise. So this was sort of the finish up of our transfer ops. And there's 4 on the ceiling. There's going to be 4 on the floor, but in the meantime, we had to stash them over on the side of the mid-deck.
And of course, this morning I packed up and moved over to the shuttle. I moved a few things early, but the final move was this morning, and it was a very strange feeling to leave my home for 4 months and head over to the shuttle, but I'm happy to be here and be on my way home. Yeah, we had a busy day this morning on the station, getting the last water samples and taking care of all the last-minute things that you have to take care of before you undock.
There's Space Station Commander Mike Fink chasing me around out of his station for stealing one of his cameras or something, I'm not sure. Again, the latest addition to Expedition 18, Koichi Wakata. We hate to see him go, but we know he's going to be doing some good work for Expedition 18. He was a good crew member for STS-119, and we appreciate all the hard work he put into this mission for us. And as part of the transfer, we had to get the EMUs over the shuttle. So we put them first into the mid-deck so we could close the hatch, and then after the hatches were all closed, we put them back in the airlock. That's where we kept Joe for a while. He was being a little ornery this morning. This is Brew and I bringing in the other spacesuit that we're bringing back. We brought 2 sets up the station with us, used them, and then kind of reconfigured a way for us to swap out hardware and keep good material up at the space station working when those guys go out to do a stage EVA. And for the folks on the station, one of the big gremlins of the stowage business is foam. And it accumulates, whether it be big chunks or just bubble-wrapped Ziplocs and stuff like that. So we took 2 stuffed Genesis stowage bags of foam home with us.
And for that, we were extremely grateful. And Koichi this morning did some water sampling. As you know, the distillation assembly came up with 119, and we installed it, got it running, and Mike had dumped some urine into the system for processing that we had stored from some of the tanks we use in the Russian toilet, and Koichi was taking samples of the processed urine, working very busily while I was continuing to pack up and get ready to go. The test where I lived, there was sort of my crew quarters and my office and my little home while I was on board. And Mike and I also, while Koichi was doing the water samples, were transferring some of the science samples that we had in the -80-degree freezer to the double cold bags with some ice packs where they'll stay while they're here on the shuttle. And the ice packs and the double cold bags keep the specimens good. This is a time-critical procedure. We have to get in and out of the -80-degree freezer quickly so we don't ruin any other samples in the -80-degree freezer. And so it has to be highly coordinated, and it can be a little tricky, of course, because things like to float around on you. And the -80-degree freezer's in the GEM, the Japanese module, where Swanee is showing us his wonderful flying tricks.
in Note 2 of the space station. We had a chance to, just basically tell each other how, it was a good mission to work together. And let me rephrase that. It was stumbling on my words here a little bit, long day, but Spanky was appreciative for us bringing up the S6 Trust. We were appreciative for all the good work that the Expedition 18 crew did for us in being ready to accept us, and also to prepare us for the EVAs. They got us in and out the door for 3 EVAs, and that was